everybody, and welcome back to some more Kerbal Space Program. So, we finished with the tutorials, or at least most of them, or at least I attempted to, and now we're going to move on to the actual game, what we've all been waiting for. So let's go right into it. We're going to go start game, and we have start new career. That must be coming. So, we're going to do Mathis. Yes, and we're going to have our sandbox mode, the only mode that is now available. So we're going to immediately be presented with some high texture quality grass and some extra high res 3D models of some buildings. We've got our launch pad. I don't know what this is. It's just the map apparently, which I can probably look at all my ships from here if I so choose, which is good to know. Don't really need that. More importantly, what's this? Alright, this is where we build things. We can exit out of here real quick. I just want to see what this is. Wait, okay, so we build things here. What's this? We also build things here? Alright, whatever. So, we're going to be building ourselves a spaceship. Now, I'm going to have some goals here. The very first goal is going to get a very basic rocket into space. That's it. That's all I want to do is get a rocket into space. And getting into orbit would be neat, but I don't know if that's necessarily going to happen right away. So, again, basic rocket, and I will be exceptionally happy with that. So, let's take a look here. I picked a pod, and apparently this is the one I gotta... What if I don't want this pod? What if I want to get rid of it? Do I have to... There we go, we can get rid of it. Alright, can we trash it? That'd be good. Is there like a delete forever button? Alright, let's go. I'm gonna go back here for a second. I want to see what this is then, if this is similar. Alright, let's take a look at the pods. I think this is like the same friggin' thing. I don't even know. Actually, you know what? I'm going in here. I don't know why that one's over there, but we're going here. Okay, so let's see. We've got the Mark 1 cockpit. It's, let's see. It needs at least one electricity charge 50-50, dry mass. Second generation cockpit is equipped to ensure survival in some of the worst conditions possible. The extra reinforcement has slightly increased weight, so it's a heavier one. Heavy. Does it show weight? Just stats. Total mass. Let's see. Total mass. That one's super heavy. Maybe for a bigger rocket. I just want a basic one. Look, this one's nice and light. That one's pretty heavy. That one's pretty heavy. So we'll go with the lightest one because we're just trying to get into space. The Command Pod Mark 1. Perfect. Alright, so all we want to do is build a rocket that can get into space. That's all I want to do. That's it. That's all I care about. So, let's see if we can pull that off. What I'm going to try and do here, this is what? Liquid fuel. This is all liquid fuel. We've got 180, a lot more than that there. So what if I do something like this? Alright. Now, bear with me here. Now, isn't there something to do... Okay. A reasonable engine for rough economic times. The Poodle engine doubles as a barbecue when low on power. Alright, good to know. Is there a way just to sort to engines? Alright, this is... I gotta bring back all the memories of when I played this game a long time ago, though. A lot has changed since then. Initially received some skepticism by space engineers. Is defined the long-standing convention that more power is always better. Despite this, the 909 series has found its place. I just want a small engine. That's all I want. So that sounds good to me. It's a liquid fuel engine. It's got some liquid fuel on top. So next, we're going to be followed by a big mofo. What we want to do is, I think, we want to slap an SAS module on this thing at some point, actually. Let's drop down a little bit. We need an advance, a larger version of the original Steedler model. I just want an SAS module. That's all I want. Alright, there we go. That should help. Slightly, anyway. So we need, I need something that'll basically allow me to go from stage to stage, and I can't remember what it's called. That's a fuel tank. This is all fuel, isn't it? Structural, Rockomax brand decoupler. I think that's what I need, is a decoupler. Isn't there, like, a better looking one? Maybe I could just build rockets right on this thing. I can. Ah, that's excellent. Okay, cool. So let's zoom out real quick. Let's just zoom out ever so slightly. Alright, so what we're going to do is essentially, my goal is just to get, like I said, get this thing into space. Liquid fuel. So, I mean, if we got to, that looks horrible. Let's just do a couple of other, let's just do a bunch of these underneath, right? And then do, let's see, what ones do we want? A small one? Do we want a small one underneath it? Will that work? See, I don't understand what the difference is other than power and weight. I don't necessarily want something that's going to be super heavy, so I'm going to go for something small, obviously. Well, this one might be a bit better. It's a little bit lighter. I'm basically aiming to not weigh the ship down and get it into space. That's the goal. And that's, I mean, that looks like a rocket to me. I think what I'm going to end up going for now is throwing some wings on it to stabilize it, so that way when it flies, it doesn't fly everywhere. And let's do some sort of symmetry. Let's get 4 wings on this thing. That is horrendous looking. How about just regular? What does this do? What is this? May the finest materials at hand, these flight surfaces are guaranteed to operate while attached to the craft. However, studies may slightly impede function. Lack of atmosphere. Okay, I just want, like, wings. There you go. That looks great. Do we have, like, less heavy ones? Actually, those are actually really effing light. Let's just go with those. Alright, so here's how this is going to work. At least here's how I'm planning it to work, right? So we've got stage 1 is these 2 fuel things to this engine. We're going to fire this thing all the way to as far as we can. And then once we get as far as we absolutely can, we're going to hit space, which should activate this to drop off, right? And fire the second half of this rocket into space. And hopefully this is going to work first try. I cannot guarantee that this is going to happen, but we hope. Fingers crossed that this is going to end up working. So we've got Millen Kerman. He is just the one and only Millen Kerman, and this looks like it's going to be pretty horrendous. We're going to have the SAS on. We're going to throttle up first, and we'll launch in 3, 2, 1. I salute you, Millen Kerman. Yeah. Yeah. To space. Absolutely to space. We're going to take off the SAS and try to maintain some sort of straightforward flight path here, and it's actually working nicely. We're not really moving anywhere, which is awesome, which means these wings should be working out nicely. We're moving a little bit to the left, I think, ever so slightly, but once we get high, I don't know where, once we get to this atmosphere-ish area over here, maybe? Like, we gotta get through the atmosphere, that's the goal, right? It's just to get through the atmosphere. We're gonna try and keep ourselves going straight. We're gonna then hit the SAS and hope that it keeps going straight. Now we are approaching space here. We're doing a really good job. Let's see what ends up happening once we hit 100,000. Good, everything's going really well. I think we could probably, okay, we should probably start rotating ever so slightly. Ever so slightly, ever so slightly. Ever so slightly to the right, to the horizon. We want to aim to the horizon. Right? Well, we'll throttle down, too. We'll see if we can gain some control. Oh, I think we're out. Okay, we're out, and actually, the next part isn't working. And that's probably because I probably should have put a decoupler. We are in space, on the other hand, which is great. Oh, no. I forgot to put a parachute on. Uh-oh. That's fine. We're still going. That's good. I wonder how this is gonna work. You know, probably not well. In fact, Millen Kerman, my good friend, I don't think you're gonna survive. I don't. I know, the panicked face on him is breaking my heart. But unfortunately, yeah, you're not gonna make it. So I salute you, my friend, for giving it your all. You are still in space. Or at least, yeah, you're actually in space. You're actually in space. Right here. We are past the atmosphere. You made it past the atmosphere. Rocket number 1 was, I would call, a mild success. And you're still going up, actually, which is excellent. We have, I wonder if you'll actually ever come home. I'm curious if we pass the point of no return at this point. Though it is projected to start coming downward. Let's swing down this way. We're still going upwards. I would love to just detach. But I made a mistake. So the engine that is attached probably needed a decoupler of some sort. Probably. We're just gonna have to... I mean, we can even get in the cockpit. I don't know if you know this, but the cockpit view is available, hitting the C button. And what we could do here is take a look at the sky. So we kind of failed. It's okay. It is what it is. We could even pilot from here if we wanted to with the nav ball. Now we're starting to fall. We're starting to fall pretty heavily, so let's speed up time. Let's turn down the throttle, cut engines altogether, and speed up time as we crash into the surface. Using physics warp can affect... I don't know what's going on. I didn't hit physics warp, so let's just speed up time. And salute Millen for his brave attempt to getting into space. He is luckily unaware of what is happening, and his sacrifice will not be forgotten. In the name of science and experimentation, I salute you, Millen Kerman, my good and trusted friend. It was an honor serving with you, Millen, and I hope we see each other again on the other side. Goodbye. Oh. Well, it was a quiet explosion, a quiet death. An unfortunate quiet death. Back to the vehicle assembly building, I think. And we need to rethink our process here. Can I make this up? Can I put this? What about this? That's what I'm confused about. So I want... What? There's no engine attached to it. The engine is actually underneath here. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. Bye-bye. Okay. So, we'll slap on another tiny little engine. Nice and tiny. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We're gonna get this to work. Let's see. Structural, is there a decoupler? I was pleased to bring in the latest in decoupling twice the size. I don't want a large size. I want a small one. Just like that. That's what I needed. Right there. God, we're so close. We're ever so close. Now I'm going to try again with this. So we should have 2 stages to this rocket at this point. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, nope, not that. I need the small one again. I want the one that was doing really well. It's this one. I don't think it was this one. Was it this one? No, that's way too big. It's for a bigger rocket that we need to. You know what? This looks great. Excellent. We'll get some wings on this sucker. Again. That is way too big than what I remember. Get rid of this. I just want some small wings. That's all I want. That looks great. Perfect. I don't even know if this is what I was using last time, but that's fine. Looks like it is exactly what I was using last time. Not only that, but let's add some safety, shall we, to this ship. Let's get a parachute of some sort. Let's see if we could find the parachute. I think that is the first challenge we need to overcome, is finding the parachute to this and getting it in here somehow. Alright, let's just zoom out a little bit. It's our beautiful rocket. 2 engines. Alright, good. Alright, let's see. Where is the parachute? Parachute! Perfect. That is way too big. How about this one? Also a little large. Perfect. And we will try this again. This is going to be experiment number 2. Experiment number 2. And let's give this one a launch and see what we can do with it. Launch it. We've got Durhat. I'm sure if I was Durhat Kerman, I'd be excited to be in a rocket called Experiment. Experiment number 2, no less. I salute you. Let's see what happens.